Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, my name's Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, aka Mama Lou.
We're back.
Yes.
So there's been some chatter recently in the fandom about the next two things we're going to talk about. Well, one thing.
May I say
Yes.
why? Okay. So on Twitter, the Backstreet Boys account sent out a tweet and asked, you can only listen to one BSB album for the rest of your life. Which one do you choose? And then had like a collage of the albums, but without Unbreakable and This Is Us in them.
What?
So
this
clearly
is
Kevin
very
made this
topical. So we're going to do album review.
So there's been some like outrage in the fandom, and people are like, just because Kevin wasn't in these albums, why are they?
Does
always
it really
overlooked?
count?
Yeah. So and
They
obviously
all count because the money went towards everything during those eras.
I suppose you're right.
So yes. Oh shoot! Let me pull up the.
But it's not like some people are like the Backstreet Puritans would say it's not true Backstreets because one of the Backstreets were missing. So
I wouldn't say that.
I
think it depends on your perspective of it not being a true Backstreet Boys album. Because some people may not like Kevin and we're like, oh, it's okay with the 4. I'm just saying there's sometimes people have said that.
Yeah.
I also feel that perhaps it was also at a time when because as we've spoken before, how like music is cyclical. So this was kind of like a little bit on the way down. When these albums came out, I believe we were either in college, university, or kind of just finishing off. So we weren't teenagers anymore. And there was like a lot of other stuff going on at that time, I believe. So
I think personally that I'm assuming we're going to do Unbreakable first, right?
Unbreakable, yeah.
Okay. For me personally, I thought this album was kind of like a Kevin's not here to tell us what to do, so we're going to experiment with some different genres. That's kind of the vibe I got. I don't know if that's kind of what you guys thought. Like, what do you think?
I also got that vibe, yes.
Now, were they without a label at this point, or?
No, they were still with the label.
Okay.
Was there a point they weren't with a label?
Yes. I believe it was DNA was the one without the label.
Or the one
you're right.
before that?
No.
Wasn't it DNA?
Like this.
No.
Oh, yeah, sorry. In a World Like This, yes. That is right.
Oh, yeah. That I believe did not have a label.
In a World Like This, yes.
Diane, can you confirm?
Sorry, what?
In a World Like This.
What am I confirming?
In a World Like This.
That's the one where they didn't have a label?
Yes.
Right.
And that's very apparent if you've listened to that album.
Okay.
And if you watch also the documentary.
Right.
All right. So I do a quick, as I usually do, a quick Wikipedia thing about this album. So
We
it
would
says
expect nothing less.
Unbreakable is the Backstreet Boys' 6th studio album, the 5th in the US, so this is 6 worldwide. Released October 24th, 2007 in Japan, October 30th in the United States by Jive Records. It was the first of 2 consecutive Backstreet Boys albums as a quartet without Kevin Richardson, who departed the group in 2006 to pursue other interests, and he rejoined in 2012 for their 2013 In a World Like This album. And without involvement from longtime producers and friends, Max Martin and Christian London, who have worked on all of the group's previous albms.
It's very apparent.
Really quick here. July 2007, it was announced the Backstreet Boys would release the new album in October, the first album in 2 years. Rumored titles of the album included End to Beginning, Picking Up the Pieces, and Motivation, before Brian and AJ confirmed on August 13th it was Unbreakable. Producers include Dan Muckala, who produced the... Tim Muckluck, who produced the band's 2005 hit single Incomplete, and Rob Wells, the first Backstreet Boys album that former member Kevin Richardson was not involved with. So there was...
Kevin also wanted to start a family, so that's why also...
then he was also into acting, like timeless classics such as Vampire Bird Serenade. I think he was also wearing dresses at this point. Kevin was going through some stuff, guys, and it's okay. We all have our mental breaks. So good for him, but also
Yes.
bad for us.
Good for him for being able to take away, and then the
Expand.
boys didn't need to replace him, and then he was welcome back. It says
Can you
footage
imagine?
of the Backstreet Boys in pre-production and recording the album was featured in the reality series House of Carters.
Ah, yes.
Documents
When
it.
Brian was blurred out from that episode.
Ah,
I did
okay.
not watch that episode because I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes of House of Carters, and it gave me anxiety, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
They
just
were
my
very
cat
mean to
sniffing a candle.
Leslie
Hold on.
and other people. What is Lydia saying?
She said, hang on, but keep reading.
All right.
Her cat
In an interview with In Rock magazine, Brian Litchell said the album would include various music styles, combining their earlier late 90s sound with more recent guitar-driven pop rock sound. Members of the Backstreet Boys themselves co-wrote 5 tracks on the album, along with longtime songwriter Jeremy Carpenter from Kentucky, including Intro. Blah, blah, blah. They were finishing up the record. Anyways, so they came out. And there we go. This one had 2 singles, Inconsolable, which came out August 27th, and Helpless When She Smiles, which came out January 15th of the next year. Okay, so there's other stuff, but I'm not going to read it. So shall we get
Jen?
started?
What's the other stuff? Now I'm curious.
Okay. The Backstreet Boys fully abandoned the Max Martin sound of many of their early hits and instead worked with different producers to sound like an adult vocal group.
I told you it was experimental. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I was right.
Dan McCullough, producer and co-writer of the group's song Hit Complete, blah, blah, blah. There was a bunch of other. Fellow boy band veteran JC of NSYNC collaborated with the Backstreet Boys, providing upbeat pop for the group in his production and songwriting.
I think it was Treat Me Right?
We'll get to that when we get to
Okay, yes, sorry.
So the sound leans towards adult contemporary and contemporary pop music, interwoven choral harmonies, piano strings, and guitars and drums. So there you go. Anywho.
Wonderful. Thank you for
Moving
sharing.
on. No problem. So the very first track, if we want to call it that, is called Intro. There are no writers and producers of this 58-second track, and it's kind of a cappella-y.
I think it's like more like a reintroducing themselves without Kevin.
I think so.
So,
yes.
Hey guys, look at us. We're 4 members.
I said I wrote it was very AJ heavy. And the first time I listened to it, I texted the girls. Okay, so first, before I get into this, I just want to say that as much as I'm like, oh, I can't believe people don't care about like the Kevin albums and blah, 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 the Kevin-less albums. Then I was like, I literally do not remember this album at all. When I heard the intro, I was like, what the hell am I listening to? Because I do not recall this at all. We must have the album, or maybe we just heard a couple of the songs, but like I do not have no recollection of it coming out. I don't remember any of this. So apologies to the hardcore Backstreet Boys fans who are listening to this and like being like, you're a horrible person because like,
For shame, Cynthia, for shame.
literally have no idea. But I think I messaged a girl something like, this sucks, and if this intro has anything to do with the rest of this album, I will not want to make any more comments. So so anyways, it was better the second time I listened to it, which was today. You could definitely hear a lot of the AJ, and they have, obviously, we know the Backstreet Boys have good vocal harmonies. So, and then they kind of did something where they like mentioned the last song.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The Unsuspecting Afternoon. So I don't know if it was sort of like, ooh, it's kind of like, this is a preview to the end.
It's literally a clip of that song.
Okay.
What?
So
Yeah.
What?
I mean, they're just singing part of that song a cappella.
Yes.
Oh, is that what they're
and
doing?
if
I
I'm
thought it
not
was like a
mistaken, they've never
Yeah.
done this for any other albums. This is just their one time they've done a weird little intro, if I recall correctly.
Aaron Carter's done it, but not Backstreet. No.
All right. So that was me. I don't know. Are we going like around? Is it like me, Sophia, Lydia, Diane, or how do you guys?
I thought we were doing like the regular way that we usually do when we're sitting at the table.
So
Which is
me, Lydia.
Sophia?
I'm usually last.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't Diane. So yeah. So yeah, Sophia, Chinda, Sophia,
So-
Lydia. It's because me and Chinda sit together in the frame.
Right.
But we're not doing that today. So yeah, let's do Chinda, Sophia, Lydia, Diane. I feel like
Okay.
cyclical. If you're not watching this on YouTube, we are all separately here.
We are all. Yes.
It's like Brady Bunch
My
almost.
room is
Yeah.
a disaster. It is really a lot of garbage.
I'm
So-
sorry, my cat was trying to sniff a lit candle. I had to put it out. Everything is fine now.
Okay.
So we can
All right,
proceed.
Sophia, how would you like intro?
I love when they do acapella, so I obviously like that song. And like I said, it was like reintroducing themselves without Kevin. A nice intro.
All right. Lydia.
I wrote, yikes, what the hell is this? Because I'm like, what is this? And yeah, Sunday afternoon, like, what? Unsuspecting afternoon? What the hell is going on here? So yes, this definitely set the tone for me. Spoiler, this is probably not going to be a very favorable album review for me, just letting you know.
So are you guys just saying unsuspecting and then afternoon and then Sunday? Because it's 3 words all together.
Unsuspecting Sunday afternoon. It's a what?
Okay, I was like, why does she keep missing a word?
It's just so weird.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, no, it's true. Okay,
sorry,
anyways,
sorry.
Steve, what do you think?
I don't know. It's not a real song. It's just it's an intro. I feel like this is a thing that people used to do at some point. I didn't think in 2007 that was a thing that people still did.
Yeah, it was like trendy.
I think that they were like taking it back to when they were from the beginning, where they would always like drop a cappella.
Like they would do, like, but then there's no outro. Like I feel like it's weird. To have an intro without an outro.
Yes.
That's true.
Granted,
The song is the outro.
that's what I was gonna say. Unsuspecting Sunday Afternoon on the album is the last song. So I guess that's sort of what they're going for there.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's just weird. That's all. I think it was unnecessary.
I saw what they were going for. From the beginning, they did that, so they wanted to bring it back. I understand.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they needed it. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
I understand.
Agreed.
And that's why we all have different opinions.
That's right. Fans are like buttholes. Everyone's got one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just worse. All right, I'm just going to leave that. All right, moving on to number 2. Speaking of buttholes. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
There's a song called Buttholes on this
I
album.
just said opinions are like buttholes, and then number 2.
Track number 2, buttholes.
But is it really even? I don't even know. Like I don't even count that
Except
intro as track number 1. Do we?
It's almost a minute long. It counts as a track.
I'm sorry, not everyone has been
Talked
born with a
about it
butthole. I'm
longer
sorry.
than the intro actually is.
Did we reviewed another boy band album that had an intro? Didn't we?
5, maybe?
BTS?
Oh, maybe.
BTS had that weird thing in the middle that
Yes.
was like a clip of them talking. I remember that.
Mhm. Was it 98 Degrees who had an intro?
There was another. I remember this, guys.
Yes.
If you remember, we did that had an intro. I mean, I believe I had the same opinion.
Maybe it was 98 Degrees.
I think it was 98 Degrees.
But I feel like they take clips of things. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Or am I just thinking of them in concert, which could possibly be it? But
Possible.
Anyways,
Aaron did
Alright,
have
cool.
one where he was prank calling someone. But that's
Okay.
a boy band adjacent, yes.
Oh,
Also,
Aaron.
I'm sorry, not everyone has been born without asshole. I'm sorry. Some
oh
people
my
are born
God,
without
can we
butthole.
not talk about this
I
kid
just-
again?
Just so you guys
There's
know.
a previous episode which is a very long.
I didn't mean to be anist against anyone.
oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Moving along to the second song on this, as we are like 13 minutes in. It's called Everything But Mine, written by Dan McCullough.
I love the way you say it.
How the fuck do
I
you
think
say
it's just Mukla.
I think so too.
Muckala.
Mukla.
Muckla. All right. The Tim Muckluck thing, by the way, was a joke from Breaker High. So, all right. So,
Yes.
Dan
Okay.
Muckla, Jess Cates, and Lindy Robbins, and it was produced by Muckla. All right, Everything But Mine. My comments on this are upbeat. That's all I wrote.
Wow.
I have already forgotten the song, so yes, good times.
All right.
So,
I
yeah.
wrote, I like the beat. I really enjoy the lyric, you're my calm when my world is crashing. My heart, my blood, my passion. Tell me why? You're everything but mine. That's there. So I like that song.
All right, very good.
All right, that sounds good.
I wrote, "What is this techno BS? This does not sound like a Backstreet Boys song." Because this is like the preview into like, oh, they're doing something they haven't normally done before. It does not sound like Backstreet, but
You're right, because I remember thinking it was kind of jarring because it went straight from that like acapella thing to like this, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
okay. I was like, I'm now very confused on what this album's like tone is.
Same,
But
same.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, Chinzia kind of said it and Lydia kind of said it, and I mean, we definitely obviously don't all share the same opinion, but this is, I'm just gonna say this now also, this is far and away my least favorite Backstreet Boys album.
Yeah.
And mostly it's because I know what they're capable of, and I know the kind of like song quality that they can come out. I mean, a lot of the beginning was Max Martin, and you know, they had good producers and writers and things behind them. But yeah, a lot of this is just to use the prefix, unnecessary and unremarkable. Like a lot of it is just like, okay, good try. I don't know. When you did the spoiler JC thing, I didn't know that. And then I was trying to guess before you said it, which song it was going to be. And then I thought it might be this one because this sounds like it could be some weird JC shit.
That's true.
And then I was like, and then when you said what it's going to be, I was like, oh, I guess I get that too.
I didn't
But
say
it could have been this.
Yes. No, that's a valid
That's
point.
true. That is very true.
All right.
JC's
All right.
taste are a little.
Right. Like it's JC's either like hit it out of the park or like it's a,
Or
bun.
it's a space cowboy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
All right. So when we hit number 3, finally, a song that we know, Inconsolable, written by Jess Cates, Emmanuel Curacao, and Lindy Robbins, and it was produced by Curacao. All right. Obviously, this is a classic song. It is slow, but it's
Is it a
good.
classic song?
It's a classic song, as in I knew this song.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Yes, okay.
And they actually do perform this in concert because a lot of time I feel like in some of the things they're like, oh, they forget about these albums. I'm like, I've heard some of these songs in concert, so it's not like they totally forget these albums exist.
Have they performed this song outside of the Unbreakable tour?
But I don't
No.
I feel like I've heard it before.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard it at a concert.
Just an Unbreakable tour, though. I haven't
don't
heard
think
it
they have,
anywhere
man.
else.
I don't
Did
know.
I go to the Unbreakable? I don't know. I
Well,
feel like
this
I've
is-
heard this song.
Yeah,
I
this
know
is
song.
when when we met them, right? I thought this was in this time frame when we
yes,
met
did.
them,
Released-
possibly.
This is definitely a single. Definitely a single.
Yes,
This
this
was
is
the first single
Yeah.
from this album.
Maybe
Correct.
that's
Yes.
why I know it, because it had a
Yeah.
music video. I
Yeah.
can't recall the music video right now.
Mhm.
Like blue sepia. No.
Is this the one where they're like on stage?
No,
Auditioning
they're
for
like,
something?
there's part at a beach. Nick's laying in the sand. He has a red sweater on. Brian's in some weird room looking out a window.
Okay. Maybe
They're
that's why
like
I
a
know.
drop
Maybe
or
because-
something. AJ's wearing glasses and like a hat, which is not unusual, but like,
Yeah.
All
right.
I know it's not, there's no concept. It's not a concept video. It's just them singing.
So, like, this
yeah,
album.
it looks like this. If that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, maybe that's why I know it. Maybe because it was a single. I don't know. But
I
yes.
feel like not to speak on your behalf or interrupt you, but I feel like a lot of people get this song and Incomplete confused.
Yeah.
Yes, because they both start with an I.
They both
Well,
start
they're
with
both
I
in.
and C.
In.
Oh,
Yes.
but Incomplete is obviously 1,000 times better.
Is this the one where they
Yes.
climb the walls?
Yes.
Inconsolable. I climb the walls. That one? Is
Yes.
that this one?
Yes.
Yes. No, I don't know.
The clock is stuck on Thoughts of You and Me.
Mhm.
That one. That's this one.
Because baby, I
I
don't
miss
want
another day.
day.
Mhm.
So good.
I like the song.
Okay. I like the song. I thought it was good. Anyways, I don't remember was that me?
That was your buddy.
Yes.
Sorry.
I feel like it was everyone.
Okay.
It's Sophia time.
All right. I said I liked it. I really enjoy the baby. I don't want to waste another day. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. This is the only song to have gotten a star on my list.
Me too.
Oh.
Yeah, yikers, my guy. Anyway, I said, okay, this one is just so good. It's actually delicious.
Delicious. Nice.
No.
Were you hungry at the time?
I was hungry at the time. Okay, I don't know why I said actually delicious. I'm gonna cross that out. Okay, this is a power ballad. It just makes you like pump your chest. You're like,
You definitely want to sing along, you know?
so good. Yeah, but like I can see how this and Incomplete can like get interchanged. It starts with an I. But yeah, you know what?
This guy.
This is like the only banger that's on this, in my opinion. I love this song because it's good. This is a sound. This is a Backstreet sound, and it's surprising that one did well. Not surprising. Like you guys figured out a formula and it works. But I can understand you don't want to be in a box, right? As an artist, you just like, let me try something different, right? But anyways,
Good to switch it up a little.
Yeah. Dee, what's your thing?
Again, it's fine. It's definitely
It's fine.
It's fine. It's what you said is true. Like it fits in that classic Backstreet in terms of like the boy bands are like kind of the kings of the mid-tempo, you know, like you really have like some bangers from NSYNC that are like the upbeat, like fucking, you know, whatever. And then you kind of have the like 98 Degrees killing the like ballady kind of thing. And then Backstreet really does that middle of the road where it's not slow and boring, but it's not ripping your clothes off, as Lydia would say.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just a nice mid-tempo driving in your car kind of sing-along song.
Yeah.
And this fits in there. It really bothers me that the clock is stuck on Thoughts of You and Me. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
I don't even remember that lyric.
It's bothered me since 2007.
Maybe they have a Weasley clock, right? Because that doesn't tell time. It just tells where you are, if you're in mortal danger and all that other stuff.
Like, how can a clock? I don't know.
Because time is stuck on it.
It's like those bird clocks that have the different birds. I know you hate birds, Chinzia, but
that that commercial gave me an anxiety attack once.
Sorry. But like maybe Thoughts of You and Me is like one of like the numbers, and then the battery died, and it's just like stuck.
So that's why they're stuck on Backstreet time, because they don't understand what time is.
Time is a construct made only by man. Man is the only animal that counts time.
All I know is that line has bothered me for years.
Fair enough.
And I know
that line has ruined the song for you.
It ruined the song for me.
I don't even remember. When did they say that line?
It's like
in the chorus?
In the beginning.
I think it's in the second verse.
Oh. Don't worry, Detective Chinzia is on it.
She's gonna look it up. But whenever I think of Inconsolable, I think of that stupid clock, and I'm like, stupid clock, and then I don't want to hear anymore because I'm mad about the clock.
What if it was a digital
I don't
clock?
know, maybe just like accuracy. I mean, there's a lot of Backstreet Boys songs.
Well, my friend, it's in the first verse, but it's in the second half of the first verse. It starts off, then it goes to Brian, and the line is, "I try to sleep, yeah, but the clock is stuck on the thoughts of you and me. 1,000 more regrets unraveling." Oh. Hey, why is the clock stuck?
What is happening? Come on, what is this?
Like you can't sleep because the clock is stuck on a thought.
Look at this more like it's a concept of time.
I think it's just mostly like they wanted to have some words there. I don't think it's like
we can call up Jess, Lindy, and Emmanuel and be like, listen.
I know clocks can make a fool out of you, but because like if they're like stuck, you're like, guys, it's only 6 o'clock. They're like, you're late for work, dipshit, and you're like, oh my god, the clock ran out of batteries. But a broken clock is right at least twice a day.
That's
So
true.
that's why they just put that song lyric, because they wanted to convey everything that Lydia just said.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just saying, since 2007, when I see Inconsolable, I just think about the clock is stuck on. The first thing that pops in my mind is the clock is stuck on Thoughts of You and Me, and I'm like, this stupid clock.
I think
It's true.
that
There's
what you're
kind of-
saying is you want a clock like that for your birthday. Shinzia can make it
Perfect.
on the cricket.
Noted. No, but it's true though, because sometimes like a lyric will just like drive you nuts. Like for example, in Taylor Swift, Our Song, it says, when we're on the phone and we talk real slow because it's late and your mama don't know. It should not be slow. It should be low. You're talking low, because if you
Oh.
were talking slow, your mama would think you're nuts. Like,
Yeah.
and like that part has always, and I was like, no, that can't be and I listened to it. I looked up lyrics. It is slow. And I'm like, low makes more sense. Do not say
Agreed.
slow.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Valid
I
points all
understand your
around.
irrational rage over certain song lyrics. So I
Yeah.
can understand that. All right. We
Here we
good?
go.
Are you still inconsolable or can we move?
She climbs the wall.
I'm fine.
Okay. So our fourth song is something that I already know. Whole bunch of new writers on this one. We have Mitch Allen, Zukan Bey, Kara Diogardi, and David Hodges, and it was produced by Allen, Diogardi, and Hodges. So something that I already know. So first off, I was like, I don't know this song. And then it got to the chorus, and I was like, oh, I know this song. So I was very excited.
Would you say it's something that you already know?
Yes, I would say that. When I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh, I know this song. Okay. And I said it was I like it, and it was very AJ and Nick heavy. That's pretty much what I said. So that's
I
it.
said, I like it. I like the chorus. Something that I already know. I know. Something that I already know. Sorry, I just like the song.
Sophia's in a singing mood today, guys.
I know, yeah, it's awesome. I thought, I'm like, it's just okay. It's mediocre. It's trying to be inconsolable, but it isn't.
But it isn't.
That's funny because the two songs do sound very similar, and they're back to back.
Which is back to back.
So I was going to say that also. That does sound really similar to Inconsolable, but I don't think it's worse. I think it's the same. If not, maybe, in my opinion, a little better. Well, it makes sense.
I put a check.
There's no
Right.
clock in there, that's for sure.
Bother me. So, in my opinion, it has a leg up.
All
on
right.
Inconsolable.
Way to go. Something that I already know. Doesn't have a clock in there.
Oh dear.
Well, they do talk about I don't want to wait another minute.
True.
There's a concept of time.
Yeah.
True.
I see what
It
you're
all logically makes sense.
All right.
All right.
Fair enough.
Valid
Alright.
point. Valid.
saying. Sounds good. Okay, so the next song was their second single, Helpless When She Smiles. It was written by Brett James, Amy Mayo, Troy Verges, and Chris Lindsay, and John Shanks produced it. Shank.
I believe this is also a cover that they did. Somebody
Well,
else sings this song.
Clickable link, so
What? They make covers?
Yes.
I believe this was we discussed this once. I recall this.
You asked the same thing and you're like, what? Actually, you had the same reaction, Lydia.
Helpless When She Smiles is covered from Dutch singer Bastiaan Ragas, who released the single on his 2005 album Outrogas. Okay. The music video for Helpless When She Smiles was shot in the Joshua Tree National Park in California. It was directed by Bernard Gurley. It came out December 12th on Yahoo Music. The video was filmed in color, then stripped to appear black and white, depicting the boys standing in a spacious cornfield. It features helicopter shots, and it is only one of two Backstreet Boys videos to do so, the other one being More Than That. The video peaked at number 1 on Much More Music's Top 10 countdown.
Oh, that's us. Go Canada.
Yes.
Much more music. That was like the older contemporary shit. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, anyways, did not know any of that stuff. I do not actually recall the video, but okay. So in this one, I wrote down some lyrics that I liked. So I'm a house of cards in a hurricane. I thought that was a good visual. It's like this
I'm a house of
just
cards
gonna-
in a hurricane.
and then he drives me crazy and drives me wild was another one. I'm like, oh, so it's like, this just broad's crazy, but I love her anyways type thing, I believe, because he is helpless when she smiles. And
That's
I
right.
liked it. So that's what I got.
I agree with your thoughts. I also basically put the same thing.
I put meh. Not totally remarkable. I just could not get into this album, my guy. I don't know, just like.
I agree with Lydia. Didn't like it when it came out. Really was annoyed that this was the choice for the second single. I got the first one, even though I don't think it's the best song. I get it. This one I did not get. I was like, why? Even now that I know it's a cover of a song that's only 2 years old by some random Dutch guy, I'm like, this of all the songs in the world, to cover, this is the one you chose, and this is the one you chose to release as your second single of your first album without Kevin. Cool, yeah. Kevin's probably sitting at home like, made the right decision. Like,
True, but I can't really think of any other songs that were actually good on this album.
Also
that
a good point.
I can think of many that are not many. This is not a great album. I can think of some that are better than this one. In fact, most are better than this one, though. I don't like this one.
I got
Very manipulative too, right? It's like, oh, she's an asshole, but I love her way she's met. That's not how it goes, but
she's an asshole, but I love her.
I feel like whatever. I agree with Lydia. It's very like superficial. Like, oh, she's crazy and an asshole, but she's hot, so I'm sticking with it.
It's like hey,
I'm trying to find the.
I'm gonna rob a bank. What do you think? It's like, okay, I guess so.
We'll let you go.
Because I'm helpless when she says. Okay, anyways, yeah, I'm
All right, so
sorry.
you're saying that this.
I don't like it either.
You feel that he's in an abusive relationship? Then is that what they?
No, I just think
I didn't think it was bad,
so
but hey.
The chorus is, I'm a house of cards in the hurricane, a reckless ride in the pouring rain. She cuts me and the pain is all I want to feel. She'll dance away just like a child. She drives me crazy, drives me wild, but I'm helpless when she smiles. So he knows she's bad for her.
She's nuts, but she's good looking, so
has a nice smile.
It's like, have you guys heard of that like crazy
Stockholm syndrome
thing?
Yes, it's like a chart. It's a graph. It's like hot and crazy ratio.
Yes, and then like you have to be like this hot to be this crazy, and that kind of thing. So if you're like super hot, you can be super crazy.
All right.
Makes sense.
Math, man. So life is math.
Graphs.
Life is math.
Okay, well.
Math is life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're good with help when she smiles. We're good there. All right, number 6. Any Other Way, that is written by Dan McCullough, whatever, Jess Cates, Lindy Robbins, again, and produced by McCullough, whatever. I wrote, it had a rock vibe, and it was very Nick heavy is what I put. So I don't know. That's pretty much all I got for that one.
This one is not bad. That's all I got.
Okay, I put ZZZ. It's kind of painful.
Oh, wow.
Okay. This one's okay for me. I do feel like if you're trying to get into the album, like if you're listening to it like all in one sitting and not just like the songs in isolation, this is where you're going to start to zone out. If you haven't already in High Plus When She Smiles, but I think some people like that song. I don't really know why. It's not for me, but I know some people like it. But really, once you hit this point, you might have had a little bit of like, ooh, with the first one. Everything But Mine, but like Inconsolable, and then Something That I Already Know, and then Helpless When She Smiles, and then this, and it's all very the same, and it's all very like drony and singy and a lot of like, you know, whatever, and you're just
Yeah.
you know, but it's okay. If I listen to the song in isolation, it's not that bad. I like it better than, like I said, some of the other ones. It's all right.
Oh, yeah. So this dude is.
So to
depressed
be
and
fair, this
Yeah.
song is good live, like in concert. I find some songs are better in concert.
They performed this one in
Yeah,
concert.
you're right.
Yes.
If
I
they
believe
did
it was
right.
Any Other Way, and then it went into Everyone, which is one of my favorite songs.
Oh, okay.
So
So
good
we'll
one.
see. Yeah.
So yeah, so pretty much it's about she's gone and he's all upset again. He's like, I can't imagine any other way. A world without you is only wasted space. You're gone, and I'll always wonder why can't it be any other way? Any other way? It's like, what was me? I'm alone. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Next, 1 in a Million. This is actually written by Brian, AJ, Howie, Nick, Dan Muckla, Jess Cates, and Lindy Robbins, and Muckla produced it as well. I'm dead.
You want in a
Not
million. You're going the
Not going.
distance, babe.
All right, so I just was like, I wrote, I do not remember this one. And then when I saw the title, I was like, ooh. And then I was thinking of S Club. 2 in a million we got. I'm like, that's a good one. That is not this song. And I said it had an old timey beat and vibe to it. It was kind of like, I don't know, old timey is what my notes.
I like this song. You're 1 in a million. You're going the distance, babe.
Lydia, is
that's all I
there
remember.
another song about 1 in a million that's in Miss Congeniality?
I'll let Sophia finish, and I was gonna take that point. Yes,
All right.
That's all I got.
that's it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever I think of this song, yes, it was the 1 in a
Sorry about the
million
noise, like
from
Bastion.
Basson, and it was in Miss Congeniality when
You're
they're all
1
dressed
in
up.
a
A
million.
million once in a lifetime. You never
Yes.
discover.
Like that song is way better. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, is that this song? And I was like, oh, it's not that song.
Totally different artist. Yeah, I know. Like whenever
Hey,
I think of that,
The boys do covers, so you never know. They could
Yeah,
have.
so let's not cover
Apparently, they
fun
only
songs.
cover shit songs from Dutch
Thank you.
people.
Thank
Anyways,
you. Exactly. Yes, D. Okay, but 1 in a million, I wrote not a fan. Comes off as really depressing, no doubt vibes, like Gwen Stefani, no doubt.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
I
the
can
kind
see that.
I heard that and I was just like, huh. Okay, so like this is definitely the experimental album, 100%.
so weird that like Chinzia's saying old timey and then you're saying no doubt, because I was like, I kind of get a weird like R&B vibe off this.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
But the tempo of this song is so weird.
yeah.
It's like they're singing really slow, but then there is this backbeat that it kind of makes me think that they should be going at a faster thing, but that I don't know. It's very weird. I think this might be my least favorite song. It's just when you said they wrote it, I was like, ouch. It shows.
Yeah.
Ah.
Almost Matt Martin vibes. too, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
this ain't no Max Martin. Ooh, sorry. Yikes.
Yeah.
So this one, I think, is about a girl who has no confidence in herself or whatever. She wakes up with the sun. She throws on her clothes, hoping her car will start. The
Yeah,
sun-
she makes fraps. Like, oh, come on. It's so...
She ties up her hair. Her makeup is smeared. She screams on the pain. Like, what the fuck? Okay, cool.
It's really... It does show that they wrote this, because it kind of... When I think of some other, like, cringy Backstreet Boys songs, I'm like, yeah.
This part, if I could be the light, is this one? If I could be the light, is this the song? Because I
don't
kind
think
of
so.
like that part.
No, that one is later on. That's later on. I'll show you.
Okay, so it's not that song. Okay, cool. So yeah, 1 in a Million could have been on a different album. That's not the Backstreet Boys because it sucks. Okay, Panic. All right. So Panic is written by Brian, AJ, Howie, Nick, our buddy Muckla, and Billy Mann. And Muckala has produced this. I'm just going to say it every way I can. Whatever it is.
Great.
You'll get it right.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so in my very tiny at this point, I started laying down, so my notes are harder to read because I was tired. So I said it was upbeat. I said it sounds vaguely familiar. Then I put "You're always walking away."
You're always walking away.
Only Panda
One step
at the end.
and everything's
I was like,
over.
there's something called Panic. Like, they don't mention Panic at all, but then I found that at the end, Brian screams it out. And I was just like, they all scream it out at the end. And I was just like, well, okay, fine. And then I wrote, I'm sorry. I don't know why I wrote, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Is that part of the
It's in part of the song, yes.
Okay.
It's quite an interesting dance in concert.
Is this the one where Nick is just like flailing around? I think
yes.
I saw something.
He does some interesting dance moves.
Oh, I'm incorrect. Panic is also mentioned in verse 2. So there you go. I've made mistakes. I've been an addict, a blind fanatic. Don't you know you're not immune to the panic? So I don't.
You're always walking away. I don't know.
Yeah. And then it says I'm already dead. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, I have no idea what the song's about.
Oh
so.
my.
All right.
Okay, well, I enjoy this song.
You know what, Sophia? You be you. We gotta. The whole point of this podcast.
I think it's very fun. In concert, it is hilarious to see Nick dancing. I enjoy it.
Is this the one that is almost like the scarecrow dance that you made up?
I believe yes.
Yeah. So he's.
I always likened it to like sort of a wilder, crazier version of that Carlton dance.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
That was also one. Yes.
It was very much like meme culture within the Backstreet fandom when you talk about the panic dance. Yeah. Nick was just wildly flailing.
Yes.
So that's why I always remember this song also, just because it's literally the only song from this album that I ever have a memory of them singing live. Only in that Unbreakable thing. And they would be because it's like, not to cut you guys off and whatever, but it's like kind of one of the only up-tempo songs on this album. And so they were like dancing, like they had choreography. And it was wild, man. It was wild.
It was very interesting, but enjoyable.
Good. All right. For my thoughts for Panic was, nope. I got like very like okay, and like the tempo was like okay. So do you guys remember that song from Gorillaz, "Feel Good"? Do you remember?
Possibly.
Feel good. And then it's like
kind of.
I got that kind of vibe where like everything was like up down up down up down up down. But I was not a fan.
Yeah, I think this one is, like I said, I like that it's kind of up tempo, and I do think the overall beat of it is good. Like the music is good. The lyrics are super cringe, though. Again, clear that it was written by them. So that kind of makes it not the best.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can kind of like, I was not bored as I was up until this point.
Okay.
So that's something as well. And this is a memorable song from the album. I just didn't remember that the lyrics were so cringy, but I think if you don't listen too hard, it's good. Is that a good critique? Like if you're not taking it too seriously?
Okay.
Yes. It's a fun song.
Alrighty. So that was Panic. So next we have You Can Let Go.
You Can Let Go.
Dan
Entire
Muckla.
album.
Jess Cates, Lindy Robbins, Mukla. When I saw this,
You can let go.
Paula, whatever. When I saw this, immediately my mind went to a different song, and I was very confused. And then I remembered that was a Canadian country song called "You Can Let Go Now, Daddy," which was about like this girl growing up, and her dad's like, you know, helping her, and then eventually he dies at the end of the song. It's just like a. But anyways, but I saw that "You Can Let Go," and I was like, what? I was like, they didn't do this song. And then I listened to the song. I was like, nope, that's an entirely different song. The other one is by Crystal Shawanda, if you want to look that up.
No,
Anyways,
thanks.
yes.
That's your role. You
At
like
the
to look
time,
things
I
up.
was working for a country radio station, and that was like the song that was out at that time. Anywho, so I wrote, person struggling in love, you can let go around them. There ain't nothing you can do to naked to make me run away. You know what? I'm just going to look at the lyric. Something. Okay, there
That
ain't
is
nothing you can do to
amazing.
make me turn away from you. Sorry, my lyric, my handwriting got really small and it was hard to see. So I put a check mark beside this because clearly I kind of like this song, but I didn't remember the song.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the one where they're like, you know, like. Okay.
You can let go.
Yeah, so this is the one where she's like struggling internally and there's a lot of stuff going on. And he's like, you don't need to like, you know, hide this. You can let go and you can tell me and I'll be here for you no matter what type thing is pretty. So I like the message of the song. So there you go. That's what I got.
This song I don't like. It's very boring. So a thumbs down for me.
I wrote down depressing vibes. It sounds like a happy song, but it's really not.
Okay.
Just, I don't know, man.
Because the whole world is turning against you. I'm not going to turn against you, but
Just
But
no,
yes,
like
the
the sound.
vibe, the sound.
Like the sound of it, it was just like, what the fuck? Yeah, no thanks. Steve?
Yeah. It was at this point that I kind of came up with a theory
Oh,
that,
they're depressed that Kevin left.
yeah.
well, yes, but I don't think that's a theory. I think that's a known fact. A theory that people who like this album are people who like country music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I can see that.
I was going to say that next.
this song and the next song are very country vibes, and I don't know why no one talks about that. Like when DNA came out, they were like, "Oh, this is like, what's that song
Shit.
that has the real?" They
Country
were
one.
like, you know, they released it as a single.
No Place?
That's it.
Mm,
love
They're
it.
like, oh yeah, and then like
No
you know,
Place is fun. I like
you
that
know,
one.
oh, this is like us trying to be country, and then there's another one.
And
that they
Drowning?
always-
Is it
Yes,
Drowning?
drowning.
oh,
Yes.
that's a good one though. Hey, don't lump Drowning in with that. That's
Drowning is a good.
But it has like
song.
a
I don't
country
even think-
vibe.
Yeah.
I don't even think Drowning has that much of a country vibe compared to like this.
yeah, agreed.
This to me sounds very country, and the next song. The next song
Yep.
maybe even more so.
Yeah, definitely. I was
yeah.
gonna say that. Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's why people like this album. Because I'm like, I feel like a lot of these songs could be country songs. Like, even if you take the ones from the top half and give it a little more guitar twang, I'm like, these could all be country songs.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. Not a fan of this style of music. But the message of this song I thought was okay because it's kind of like don't give up, right? Like the way that I interpreted the song,
Yeah, like, I'm
the
here for you,
lady
you're
that
not
they're
alone.
with is having a rough time, you know, but he's there for her and like it's okay, you can let it go with me. You can tell me your problems and you know, whatever.
Bottle it all up.
I see you that you're going through a hard time and whatever. So the message of the song is nice. Kind of the opposite of Panic. I like the lyrics. I'm not a fan of the music part. It's just a little too twangy for me.
All
All
right.
right. So skipping ahead to the next song, it's called Trouble Is. It was written by Pam Sheen. Martin
Love is what the
Sutton.
trouble is.
and Don Mezcal. And our buddy Shanks produced this one as well. So yeah, you're right. Right off the top, I said it has a country vibe. Howie kind of starts the song.
It goes downhill from there, from Howie.
And then so we're like, what is the trouble? In case anyone is wondering, love is what the trouble is, and also the trouble is that I can't get her out of my mind. So love and racing thoughts is what trouble is, guys. And I said it was a leaving song, so I guess she's leaving him. So, which makes sense.
Love is what the trouble is.
After this album, good.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. I wrote not bad because I do like country music, so I thought it was not bad. But I definitely think this one was way more country than the other one. I didn't even write country on the other one. This one is 100% country.
I also thought this one was boring.
This one like slaps you in the face with a tractor. Jesus.
Because love is hurting you, buddy. Love is hurting you.
I know this sounds way too country. Barf.
It's kind of weird that Howie is the country singer. Like, I don't know. Does that seem?
No, thank you.
Maybe Howie has a secret love of country.
Like, I can
Howie have a secret love of money.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't think it's secret either.
No.
That is also true.
That's true.
Yeah. Like I think I just gave all my thoughts in the last review. This is one of those songs that I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Brian randomly will break out to in a lot. I feel like he randomly breaks out into this song a lot. And maybe that's why I also put it with like Southern country vibe, because that's kind of Brian's vibe.
True.
I feel like this one, That's What She Said.
Oh, I love that one. That's not
Siberia,
that's not
and like he does the all right and gotta go thing. Like those are like Brian's 5 songs in my mind. And I feel like this is one that he like randomly is like, trouble is I can't get her out of my mind. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. You live in Atlanta. Cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like
obviously.
I don't know. It's not my vibe. I don't vibe with this.
No,
but like people do, like, cool. Just it's not for me.
All right.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay, so next up, number 11, Treat Me Right. This one is written by JC Chazet from NSYNC, Ron Femster, and AJ. Why does Ron sound familiar? Is this a different Ron?
Ronald McDonald.
No.
That's the only Ron I know.
It was produced by Nephew.
Nephew.
NEFF-U, the letter U, and JC. Okay, so I said it was almost like a futuristic vibe at the start, or like it was very futuristic, or there was like a clapping throughout the whole thing. There was like
it's like a snapping,
sort of like
yes.
And then I have
there's
all you do is push my buttons in public. So essentially he wants to be respected, and she's always like saying like crap and like putting him down in public, but in private it's okay. And he's like doesn't want to be treated that like garbage and wants to be treated nicer. He's gonna leave.
Maybe this is the chick from Helpless When She Smiles, and he's finally
maybe
a ball sack in the second half of the album.
For this song, I just remember in concert, Brian would take off his shoe and smell it and be like, and I was like, okay, why is this part of the choreography?
I do not remember that. But
What part would he smell his shoe?
I have no idea, but that's what I remember from the concert. I think it's an okay
I'm not
song.
someone you can't disrespect. Whoa, there's some.
Oh, you got me twisted. Oh, you got me twisted.
I'm not someone you can't just disrespect. Oh, what if you were in my shoe? How would you feel if you were in my shoe?
There you go. Yes, that's right.
Feeling used with a heart bruised. So that must be when he takes.
So he took off the shoe and he would like smell it, and I'm like, okay, I don't think you need to smell the shoe, but sure.
Oh my god! After a whole concert leg, no thanks.
Oh, Grion.
He's just a kooky character, right? Kooky character.
He does have probably the best running shoes out of anyone, and he like paints them and does stuff. He's not
Sneakerhead?
like AJ. AJ like collects like the super expensive shoe, like all those ones. He has a huge collection. Brian's like, I'm just gonna paint these a fun color or make them holographic or something.
Can I just say that women have been getting shit for years collecting shoes, and now men are doing it, and it's the coolest fucking thing ever. And you're just like, F you, buddy,
Sneakerheads.
okay? Yeah, the sneakerheads, right? And just like they wrap it in like cellophane, they display it on the wall, and you're just like, fuck off a little bit, guy.
AJ
You know what I
has one
mean?
of those like floating shoe display things.
Yes. Fuck off a little bit, guys.
Right, because it's just like, oh, women love shoes, and it's like, yes, I do. But also, you like shoes too. If you didn't like shoes, you'd be walking around barefoot. Like, shut up. Shut up. Men, misogyny, BS. You know what? What's a capitalism got you too now. Now you're collecting stupid fucking shoes. Fuck off. Sorry.
Okay.
Just mad about that. And I think that the men of this planet
Generation?
need to know. Yeah.
Also, they have running shoes, so those are always comfortable. Where the women's shoes are all like high heeled and painful.
High heels
Yeah,
were
cool
invented
shit.
by a man, just so you know.
Exactly. So crazy. All right. Sorry. Didn't mean to get on a tangent there. Okay. So I wrote no for Treat Me Right. No. It sounds like a song that I've heard, but I cannot put my finger on it. Now that you mentioned it was JC, it sounds like NSYNC. I know it, like the tug in public. Like that is them. That is an NSYNC tempo. You know what I mean? So yeah. I guess I will give this half a star since I know that JC worked on it, but not even a full star. It's only a half star. Observe.
So it's suddenly got up a little bit. Okay, thank you.
So only
wrote
because
okay
half
to
star per
solve
hour.
Yeah, apparently here comes JC to save the album.
I didn't say that. Okay, sorry.
I like this one. I think it's okay. Compared to a lot of the other stuff, like I'm like, okay. I'm not hating this. You know, I'm doing a little like of this.
A little jig, a little.
Shoulder shake. You know, it's a little like, you know, get stuck in your head kind of. You're always walking away. That like, you know, like it's very, again, in that sort of like pop, R&B, hip hop kind of. It has a bit of that feel, you know, which I prefer, like which we're going to see a lot more of when we review the next album, which is This Is Us. This kind of sound comes into play a lot more. And that's much more my preference in terms of musical styles. Not a huge like country rock fan. I like pop music and I like rap, hip hop, or R&B kind of stuff. I'm not so much the other stuff. So this to me, I was like, okay, refreshing change from the two country songs. Yeah. I don't know if it's because it came right after that maybe I was like, oh, okay. But I kind of like this one.
All right. Excellent. All right. So the next one is Love Will Keep You Up All Night. It is
Love Will Keep You Up All Night.
And that is written by Billy Mann. And
this is a country song. I swear to God.
Oh, this is
other country ones. Yeah.
Isn't this the lyric? It's always 3 a.m. somewhere. You'll know it when you get there. Something like that.
Sure. I have no idea. I wrote slow piano start reminds me of an 80s power ballad is what I wrote. I wrote
Ballad,
I think.
Okay.
80s power ballad.
There you go.
Thank you. I just wanted to
line
make
that
sure.
you're speaking of, it's always 3 a.m. somewhere. You know it when you get there.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I said.
Yes, so that is the yes.
She's confirming what I said. Yes.
It's in verse 2.
Yes.
All right, Sophia.
This song is not good, but I like that lyric, so at least it's something.
I wrote, no, it feels so country. No.
I did not get that from that.
How do you not?
Because I got 80s power ballad.
goes with the other two. Like if they put those three together, it would be a nice little country section, but they cut it off with the JC thing in the middle, in between. But this goes with the other two. It's just a weird. It was like weird song at the beginning, classic Backstreet mid-tempo kind of boringness for a while. Now we're going country. And
I would like to hear a Backstreet Boys country album.
It did the Georgia Lions thing.
Exactly.
Lions?
Oh,
God, I forgot about the God, Your Mama and Me song. That's
God, Your Mama and Me. I like that one.
Terrible.
I like that song. No?
Oh, it's the worst.
Right.
It helped them get back to being big again. No?
I don't think they need Georgia Lions' help. They're just fine.
No,
Well, it kind of helped them, no? I think it helped them.
She has a point.
Yeah, why?
I just think it got them back in like the headlines. And then it was right after that they got the Vegas residency, and then that really, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
It helped the ball rolling kind of thing.
Diana and I were trying to figure out where they were filming that. They're in Florida. I'm like, where? We're in Florida.
Yeah.
Find this. We did not find. Okay, so nearing the end, guys. So number 13 is Unmistakable. It is our buddy McCullough, Adam Anders.
I feel like she's going to call him Bacala.
Yeah.
I know. I've always wanted to be like baklava or something.
And Anders produced it. So Unmistakable. I wrote Donnie Notes Familiar. I don't know what that means. Maybe the song.
Were you asleep at this time?
No.
Definitely was.
I wrote Dramatic. There'll cone a day.
There'll come a day.
There'll come
a day.
On a day.
Da-na-na-na. Yeah, so I thought that was very dramatic. That's what I got.
Okay, Soph?
I got nothing.
This is one of my favorite songs on this album. I love Unmistakable. They sing. It's so good. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, 2 thumbs up.
I wrote ZZZ. This is so painful. I did
Wow.
not like it.
Oh my God.
Nope.
Lydia and Sophia are duking it out, man.
This is normally I'm with Lydia. This whole album I've been with Lydia, but this is far and away my favorite song on the album. So this was 2007, right? I feel like at this time I was like 22. I still had hope for my life. And like this song really, the message of the song is like, what if I've met the person that I'm like supposed to, with the love of my life? What if I've met them or I crossed them on the street and I didn't notice, right? Like, what if I've missed out on the person that I'm supposed to be with, or have I not met them yet? Or like, how do I know when I meet the person that I'm supposed to be with for the love of my life, so to speak? And so there's a few songs within.
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
What are the chances is a little bit different.
Okay.
Right? Because chances is about like, what are the odds that we would have met?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? This is like, what if I've met you and I just don't realize that you're my person?
Okay.
Right?
True.
So yes, at this time of my life, I was like, this song is like the song of my life. I'm like, how, what, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just think it's really nice. I think it's really nice. I think it's a pretty song. I like the lyrics. I like how they sing it. I like everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the last song on the regular album is Unsuspecting Sunday Afternoon. This one is Brian, AJ, Howie, Nick, whoever man was. I think his name was Billy Man, and our buddy Dan McCullough. And it's produced by McCullough. I wrote, she's gone, he's thinking of her. Pain. That's what I got from that song. So yeah.
Soph?
Now they're ending the song from the intro, and you get the full ballad. I really enjoy this song. 2 thumbs up as well.
I wrote, this is very emo, Elton John vibes. Nope.
Elton John vibes?
Emo / Elton John. It was like a mix.
I could see that.
I don't get the Elton John vibes. I guess I get the emo vibes.
Okay.
For some reason, this song kind of reminds me in lyrical content of Siberia. I feel like they kind of are the same, about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like this song also. I think it's different. I think it's pretty. It's a nice song. I like it. Again, I'm a little bit shocked that this is considering the other two songs they wrote were Cheese City. This is a much nicer song. So yes, I like this one also.
Awesome. All right. So just really quickly, Japan had bonus tracks, Close My Eyes, There's Us. The US and Europe had limited edition bonus tracks, Downpour and In Pieces.
Featuring Pitbull. It was terrible.
In Pieces?
Nope.
Downpour.
Downpour.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like at the time.
Remember Downpour with Pitbull.
I don't remember Downpour with Pitbull either.
I listened to it. It's one of those times when, you know, like the Justin Bieber era where like it's like I need a black guy to rap to like make me look cool. They had Pitbull to do that, but it didn't work.
I literally don't remember the song.
Okay. I don't remember that.
No, me neither. That's why when I saw it on Wikipedia, I'm like, Pitbull. I love Pitbull. And I'm like, ow, God. Yeah. No.
Okay, so Australia, Mexico, and Canada deluxe editions had Downpour in Pieces, There's Us. Asian tour bonus tracks, Nowhere to Go. There was a couple of remixes, Inconsolable, Helpless When She Smiles, and Satellite.
Satellite is a good one.
Asian tour DVD has just Inconsolable, 2 of them, making of the video, Helpless When She Smiles, 9 Days in Tokyo. And then it says unreleased songs, demos, or alternate versions, Happily Never After, and Evergreen.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I don't know what any of that means.
Overall, a very depressing album. Not a fan.
In the States, it debuted at number 7. It sold about 81,000 copies in the first week, being their 6th number top 10 albums following Never Gone. As of March 2015, it sold 229,000 albums in the United States. So not so good when you compare it to like other ones, like the bigger albums, obviously, where they sold like 1 million in a week or whatever. So yeah. So anyways, worldwide, the album has sold 1.5 million copies. And in Japan, 400,000. All right, guys, what are your favorite songs?
I only got one. It was just Inconsolable. That was it.
So I'm going to...
That's it. No,
I'm going to also go Inconsolable because that's the only one I starred. I put check marks beside Something I've Already Know, Helpless When She Smiles, and You Can Let Go. But I guess I'll do Helpless When She Smiles and Something I Already Know. I don't know.
My 3 are Unmistakable, Unsuspecting Sunday Afternoon, and Inconsolable.
Yeah, mine are pretty easy because there's only 3 songs I like. Unmistakable, Unsuspecting Sunday Afternoon, and Treat Me Right.
All right. So
I like that album, but that's okay.
No thanks.
Overall, I was like, meh.
It's not for me. It's not.
I think I like it also because that was like the era that I got to meet them for the first time.
Right.
So they give me a sentimental value for me. That's why. But
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Well, you guys, in the comments below or in any of our social media pages, Boy Band Break, let us know what your favorite songs were. All right. That's all I got.
Take us away, Dee.
Thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.